Alrighty, here we are on the Info Wars. Damascus has fallen. Assad has reportedly left the capital. Probably fled to Russia, of course. So this video is just going to be my thoughts on Syria and the Middle East as a whole, so here we go. First up, now that Bashir al-Assad is out, are all the Syrians that are in the West, are they going to go back? Well, I found a video for that, so I'm going to pop that in.
Damascus being the capital of Syria.
Yes, yeah, I understand.
So the entire country is free.
So you're free now?
We are free now.
So,
finally.
Finally. So now does that mean all you go back to Syria now?
The economic situation isn't good.
Okay.
Well, no such luck there. So, was that guy right about the whole economic situation, though? Yes and no. Bashir al-Assad is gone. Who's going to take over? Don't know. What does that mean? There's going to be a power vacuum. Now, according to InfoWars, there are widespread reports that jihadist forces under the Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, and which are backed by Turkey, wow, really? Have entered key districts of Homs in central Syria. So this rebel force, they have jihadists in them. What if jihadists take over Syria? I mean, jihadists are bad, right? And they're even worse for Israel because jihadists don't like Israel. And didn't Israel help the rebels? The Guardian, Israel, US, and Turkey launched strikes to protect interests in Syria. So yeah, they're hitting Syria. Israel grabs land in Syria's Golan Heights, warns villagers to stay home. Israel says it struck suspected Syrian chemical weapon sites. Do I believe that? You know what? I'm gonna wait until an independent source says yay or nay. Israel launches strikes in Syria as tanks cross border following Assad regime's downfall or whatever. Okay. So Israel is going to say they're doing that as a protective measure, I guess, because now there's going to be a power vacuum. That's my guess. So yeah, it just makes me scratch my head. Israel helps remove Bashir al-Assad. It creates a power vacuum, which jihadists will probably wind up taking over. I'm 95% sure that's what's going to happen. Wouldn't that be a greater threat to Israel than Bashir al-Assad? Would these jihadists fight Iran? Maybe. Maybe not. What if they ally with Iran to defeat their common enemy, which is Israel? Because the way I look at it, right, Israel is surrounded by people who hate them. And the only reason, there's three reasons why Israel is able to survive. One, all their enemies that are around them hate each other just as much as they hate Israel. So what happens if they unify through diplomacy or conquest and become one faction? If ever that was to happen, Israel would be hooked. They'd have to rely on the other two reasons for survival. One, Western support, and two, financial support. Here's a brief example of Western support. In the small town that I live in, there's a pedestrian overpass going over the highway, so pedestrians don't get yeeted. Every weekend, there's a whole whack of people holding Free Palestine banners and stuff. If you had gone back 3 years or 4 years to the last Israeli-Hamas whatever conflict, that wouldn't have been a thing. That tells me that support for Israel is waning. And that's bad for Israel because Western support keeps them afloat. Now, financial support. What do I mean by that? Israel gets a lot of financial support from, say, the US, or I should say the US government. So Would the US government ever stop financially supporting Israel? No. But if the people stop supporting Israel, then yeah, the politicians might, if it affects their chances of getting elected. If they figure out that, hey, if we keep supporting Israel, we're not going to get elected, guess what they're going to do? They're going to kick Israel under the bus, because the only thing politicians care about is getting elected and staying elected. Well, anyway, take care out there in clown world.